There's a new addition to the Axkid Minikid family. As well as the Minikid 4 Max and the Minikid 4 Pro, we've now also got the Minikid CORE. And what makes the CORE different to the other two is the fact that it doesn't use tether straps, so it can be installed in the car with just the seatbelt and the support leg. And instead of tether straps, it has a rebound bar. And also the weight limit is a little bit lower. The other two go up to 36 kilos. This one goes up to 28 kilos. And that may sound like a lot less than 36, but it doesn't actually matter because the height limit of both of these seats, or all three of them, is 1.25 meters or 125 centimeters. And that on average is a 7.5-year-old. Children don't reach 36 kilos until they're around 11, and they actually get to 28 kilos at about 9. And one other difference between the Minikid CORE and the other two Minikids is that the CORE is suitable from birth because it comes with a newborn insert, whereas the Minikid 4 Pro and the Minikid 4 Max are suitable from about 6 months. Now I've got the new Minikid CORE here, still in its box, and I thought it would be fun to open it on camera so you can all watch me do this for the first time. I have seen it once before at a trade show a little while ago, but this is the first time that I am actually opening my own Minikid CORE. Now, before I open the box, I just want to explain the main difference between this one and the other Minikids and other belt-fitted seats up to 125 centimeters is the fact that this one doesn't have tether straps. And that seems to be quite an important factor to a lot of people. Some people just don't like them. I have to say there's not really a reason not to like tether straps because they're nothing to worry about. There's nothing not to like about them. But there are a few situations where not having tether straps is better. One of them is if you want to use the car seat in the front seat of your car, or if you're using it in a van. And although you can tether in some front seats, it is a lot more fiddly because you have to pass the straps under the front seat. And with this one, you don't have to do that. It's also a good seat for use in taxis for that same reason. You don't really want to have to mess about with tether straps in a taxi when you're quickly in and out. Tether straps are mainly just to leave in your car, install the seat and leave it there. That makes this a really good seat for older children to go on holiday with, because up until now that's actually been a little bit of a gap in the market where you could take an easy to carry car seat that rear face up to 105 centimeters, which is about 4 years, and just fitted with the seat belt. And then you could obviously take a booster seat on holiday once that seat was outgrown. But for a lot of children, those seats up to 105 centimeters are outgrown when they're just 4 years old. And really that isn't old enough to go into a booster. So this car seat fills that gap really well. And another reason why not having tether straps can be good is if the car seat needs to be installed by people who are not that familiar with it, like for instance, if your child goes to their grandparents one day a week or whoever else, it's one step that you don't need to worry about. With a tethered car seat, you need to attach the straps, do the seat belt, tighten it, tighten up the straps. There's more involved. Whereas with this seat, you just put it in, attach the seat belt, lower the leg, and you're done. So in this video, I'm not going to show you how to install the seat in too much detail. I will do another one for that later on. I'm just going to get it out of the box for the first time, have a look at it, show you its features, and see what it's all about. So I'm now just going to cut the box open. Bear in mind, I've never done this before. Most other car seats, I'm so familiar with the box, I know which bit goes where and what to cut first. Whereas here, I'm like, oh, which bit of tape is next? I'll work it out. So that's that. Very exciting. Then these two bits here, and then this side, and this bit up here. I'll just open these little flaps here. Ta-da! And there it is. So now I'm going to take it out of the box and get it out of the bag. I'm now going to just lay it on its back to get the bag off. So undo the bag from here. And as I've undone the bag, I've just noticed that it's got really nice soft rubber pads on the bottom to stop the base from slipping. Take off the bag and just move that over here. There's always a quick fit guide with the car seat that just tells you the basics, you know, of how to install it and stuff. Just going to chuck that on the floor. And then there is a rebound bar, which is hidden here at the back and wrapped in foam. So I'll take the foam off. The rebound bar is just a metal pole little buttons here to adjust the position, and this pole on both sides has to go in holes here at the bottom of the seat. So I've now put the rebound bar in. You just press the buttons at the bottom to slide it in, to lock it into place. You've got a choice of, I think, 4 positions. I need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing that fell out of the bag when I took it off the seat was the side impact protection block. I'll just move that over to the side because that doesn't go on until the end. And then I just wanted to show you this bit here. So this is the support leg, but this is the base. Now, as you can see, it starts quite narrow at the front and it goes higher at the back. This position makes the seat more upright for older children, but when you're using it for a younger baby, because this car seat is suitable from birth, you swivel it around so that the higher bit ends up at the front, which then reclines the seat more. I've now swiveled the base around to put it in the newborn position, and I've put the rebound bar as far in as possible on the shortest legroom position. I haven't installed the seat yet because I just wanted to show you the newborn insert, which is easier to see like this. So it comes with an insert that's adaptable. You remove the bits in stages as the baby gets bigger, but this seat is suitable from 40 centimetres, which is what all car seats that are from birth are suitable from, but actually most babies are around 50 centimetres when they're born. But it just goes to show that it will fit a very, very small baby right from day one. With this seat being a belt installation only, there are seatbelt clamps under this flap, which you raise up, and then there are clamps down here that the seatbelt locks it. Sorry, this is the adjuster strap. Let's move that out of the way. So I've now put the seatbelt in. I'm just doing up the second clip, and then this flap goes back down. Once you've done the seatbelt, the final step is to lower the support leg. I've now put the side impact block on, and I've put the newborn insert back in because I've installed the seat with the thicker part of the wedge here at this end, which reclines the seat more. So this is how you would use this seat for a newborn. The insert goes up to 75 centimetres, which is around 9 to 12 months old, depending on the baby. And for older children, obviously the insert is removed, the wedge is swiveled round the other way, and then the seat is more upright. But I will show you that in more detail in my installation video, which I will make in a few days' time. But for now, thank you for watching my introduction to the Axkid Minikid CORE video, and I'll see you soon.